much for joining us today for a special event here at Hull Park, the rebirth, if you will, of the splash pad here at Hull Park next to the Joseph C. Shearhouse Playground. I like to mention on the other side also a baseball field as well, and a whole complex here in the city of Savannah. District 4, our mayor has joined us. Van Johnson is with us. Thank you for coming, as well as Nick Palumbo, our alderman for the 4th District. I see Gene Pravat, our chief of government operations, joining us for this as well, and members of both the city manager's team and the rec department. We're going to start off with Nick Palumbo, and coming up with Nick Palumbo, a couple of others who've worked on this project throughout. From Ardsley Park, Scott Anderson, and from Habersham Village, Matthew Hallett, the neighborhood presidents.
All right, come on. Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Y'all give it up for Ken Slats. Come on, that's my battle buddy. It is an honor to be here with you today and joined by my friends Scott Anderson and Matthew Hallett. And I wanted you guys to come up together because we did this project together. It's all the power of partnerships. A little bit of history on the Hull Park splash pad. The splash pad here began in 1985 when a young Alderman Brooks Stillwell was representing this neighborhood and decided to install a splash pad at the amphitheater right behind us. It fell into disrepair, the company went out of business, and it was time to reinvent itself here into the 21st century. With our partners and our team in Team Savannah, we launched ReiMagined to re-envision our public spaces as places for the entire family to enjoy. And we see it coming to life out here, and so proud, knock on wood, that it's finally done and finished. Now, we haven't let any grass grow, literally, because there's still sod that needs to be placed out there, but we did not want to wait to usher in this wonderful feature for our neighborhoods, especially in Savannah. Even in October, you get some great sunny days to enjoy it, but it's such an honor to bring it home here to the 4th District and a wonderful place for all of our family members to enjoy. And without further ado, I'm going to take this in alphabetical order and pass the baton to my friend Scott Anderson, president of the Ardsley Park Chatham Crescent Neighborhood Association. Give it up for Scott.
Thanks, everybody. I don't have too much to say because Nick covers stuff pretty well. I just wanted to thank my event chairman, Brad Griffin, and Chelsea Phillips, who's a local realtor, and all the city staff that worked on while this was being built. There was a period of time, of course, where there was no splash pad, and we heard about that. So we did what do you want to call it, water day at the park back a couple months ago. It was a nice hot day for it, and the city crew was involved, city staff was involved, and we brought out all kinds of water features, and we ran them off a temporary spigot that the city hooked up just so we could do that, and that made a big difference. That made people a lot less unhappy about the project. And now that it's done, of course, that's all water under the bridge, so it doesn't matter anymore, but we're just glad to see it. We're glad of everybody working together on it. And we hope this can be enjoyed for years to come. And Robin, is Robin here? You can put the water key away as a push button now. You don't need to take the cover off and turn the water key to turn it on. Go ahead, Matt.
Button. Yeah, way to go, Scott.
I just want to thank everybody for coming. As a former contractor, I can attest to how difficult some of these projects can be. Old infrastructure, things on back order, et cetera, et cetera. It was very painful and seemed to take forever this summer, but we're just so happy it's finally finished. It's going to be just a wonderful addition to Hull Park, so we're just all super excited, and we'll have a long, hot summer to take advantage of it again next year.
All right, Matthew, way to go. Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew and Scott and Nick Palumbo. A lot of city staff work goes into this as well, and we'd like to welcome Brett Bell, our Chief of Operations, joining us as well. And Nick Roberts is our Recreation and Leisure Services Director. The title's changed a little bit here and there, but he's the mastermind on putting these together. Nearly a dozen of these will go throughout the city of Savannah, so let's welcome Nick Roberts.
Yeah, Nick.
Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I'll be brief in my comments. I know everyone's trying to get to the splash pad as quickly as possible. This completed, renovated splash pad is the second of 11 that we'll be completing throughout the city. This is part of our Recreation ReiMagined initiative to improve all of our recreational facilities throughout the city. Despite this old splash pad that was here previously, that was basically a pipe in the ground with some holes in it, essentially a big sprinkler system, that's completely changed. What you have now is a dragon sprayer, a bucket sail, and a number of splashers and sprayers in ground and above ground as well. What it'll actually also allow us to do is extend the season of operations for the splash pads. These are now automated. They're activated with a sensor that's on the floor that you can see right next to it. And that'll allow us to open the season from April all the way through October, as opposed to a smaller summer season next year. I just want to thank all the people involved in the project's capital projects team, as well as our water distribution staff that helped connect and hook up everything. And then lastly, I want to thank my boss, Tiffany Young, who's not here, our assistant city manager, Heath Lloyd, and Jay Melder, our city manager, who could not make it today. So I just want to thank everyone for their support, and thank you for coming out.
The man behind a lot of making these things happen is our Mayor, Van Johnson. And I will say, the last splash pad that we opened, he ran through it in his suit. So I'm going to put you on the spot to see if that'll happen here. Mayor Van Johnson.
Thank you and good afternoon. And it is a beautiful, absolutely phenomenal day in the world's greatest city that we know is Savannah, right? For Savannah. So just beautiful day. Certainly on behalf of our city manager and team who's traveling back, but sends their regards. This is a beautiful day. Certainly a beautiful opportunity for us to continue the investments that we're making in communities. We know, particularly with the total disrespectful heat that we face here in Savannah, that we need places to be cool. We need places for our young people to be able to play. And for us and for this administration, it's really been about the power of neighborhoods and the power of people. And Scott and Matthew, your leadership in helping us to do that makes all of this happen. People come to Savannah for a lot of wonderful things, but really for those of us who live in Savannah, we know that this is what it's really all about. Being in your communities, enjoying amenities in your community, where you can go, where your children can go, and where they can play, where they can be safe, or where they can recreate. So thank you to Team Savannah for all of your work. And let's give a big round. All Team Savannah, wave your hands. Y'all clap. Yeah, these are some amazing public servants who dedicate their life to this type of work, which sometimes is not as gratifying as it should be, but it certainly is very honorable work in my mind. And then to Nick Palumbo, which is my battle buddy here in the 4th District. Nick Palumbo is one of the hardest working aldermen I know. It has been an absolute pleasure working with him over the last 4 years, and particularly his advocacy and leadership here in this area, talking about the needs of this area, working to how we can continue to make the needs of this community come to fruition in terms of solutions. So great day, and yes, I mean, I'll walk through it if y'all gonna walk through it with me. Sometimes the best way to show the proof is in the pudding is to walk on through it. So for those of you who are bold enough, brave enough.
I'm in. But you got to go through the ribbon first.
We're going to go through the ribbon. But for those of y'all who are bold enough with me just to go ahead and do it, I'm Savannah Strong. I will dry off. All right. So thank you all so much. Again, beautiful, beautiful day in this beautiful city, beautiful park. And this is what it's all about for us. Recreation reimagined, but more importantly, taking care of people's specific needs in the specific communities of where they live. So thank you all so much.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to the media for coming. We're going to move on over here and cut the ribbon on the whole park splash pad. Thank you.
Going to walk through too.
No.
You guys want to help out? You help out?
All right.
Okay.
Now wait. Now everybody look up there, smile. Everybody look there, smile.
1, 2, 3, cut.
Yay! Now who wants to be bold enough to come on with us? Come on. Let's go.